Well, we were thinking about already having a new pet, and we already had a German Shepherd, and we had him for some time. And my son has said, I think it's time we have include another dog. And we're like, no more dogs. I think we have one, and one's enough. Until we saw him, and when he brought him to us, we were excited. We all went to him, and we're like, oh my God, he's so cute, he's so precious, and we couldn't say no to Winston. Well, see, he had a habit of doing that, but we'd always find him. He'd always be around. We knew that he wasn't too far. He'd always be in the front yard, and because he had that bad habit of dashing out. But that day, he just didn't come back. We were looking all over for him. We looked everywhere. We never stopped searching for Winston. We made posters. We went around the neighborhood. We did contact our veterinarian, and we let them know that he had been missing, if he heard of anything, or because he was microchipped. So thank God we're expecting to hear news, and so I always kept my phone on and always kept hoping that we'll find him again.
So we had a gentleman say he found a dog in the middle of the road, and he was on his way between jobs. He was leaving one job, going to another. He didn't have any time to look for the owner, and so he brought it to us. He said, it's sweet, I think it'll be fine. And he handed it to me, and I scanned it for a microchip, and I was like, it has a microchip number, so it definitely has a home somewhere. I was like, we'll find it. And he said, okay, and the gentleman left, but the dog was in such bad condition. He just was dirty, and he had mats all over, and he had sores on his ears from the mats, and just miserable. Very happy dog, but every time you touched him, he winced a little. So I called around, and I got the information for the owner, and I called Karen, and she immediately started crying on the phone. And I was like, okay, this is gonna be okay. This lady's been missing her dog for a while. And so I called her. She said, I'll be there this afternoon. I have to pick up my kids, and then I'll be there. And I said, okay, well, he's gonna hang out in the office with me. I'm not gonna go put him up unless we get really busy, because he was so happy to just lay at my feet.
My phone rang, and it was the most important call of that day. A lot of people called me that day, but it was Erin. And she called me, and I almost flipped out when she told me they had recovered Winston. It's like our family's back together again. There was something missing. It was a blessing to me. It was very scary, because I'm like, oh my gosh, look where he ended up, but I'm glad he was. To me, I thank God, and I told Erin, I told her, I thank God that they at least kept him safe for me. I felt bad that they had kept him, but at the same time, so it was a blessing, and it was everything. All the emotions were just there. I just didn't know what to think, but I was thanking God that he was still alive, which I knew in my heart that he was still alive. I said, he has to be, somebody has him, and I'm just hoping that they take good care of him, and he come back to me. That's all I cared about, the fact that he was home.